Welcome to Iceland. Good morning, everybody. It is 6:12 in the morning and we have landed in Iceland and we are now on the bus on our way to our hotel. Hey y'all, I'm in Iceland right now, which is crazy, and I'm standing in a Star Wars themed bathroom in a cafe in Reykjavik. It's just like the craziest thing, but I just had to show you guys this bathroom. It is so cute. Like, look at the Princess Leia. There's like a little, oh my god, there's like TIE gliders up there. There's Luke, there's C-3PO. This is amazing. Y'all, Iceland is doing it right. Do you hear the music? It's playing music. Amazing. There's Spirited Away tattoos. Those are so cool and I would totally get them. And then there's some other Icelandic tattoos that you could get. I wonder how much an Icelandic tattoo would be, because I would totally get one. Hey everyone, and welcome to Iceland. Craziness. So we've only been in Reykjavik for honestly a couple of hours and we've already explored a bit of the downtown, and they have a bunch of cute cafes, and we saw this beautiful Rainbow Road and a bunch of cute shops. And what else did we went to the National Icelandic Museum and learned a little bit about the history of the country. And now I'm just exploring this nature trail that is by the hotel, and I am loving it. It feels so magical. It's rainy. It's been raining all day, but that's okay. I'm all here for it. I'm prepared. I got my rain jacket and another jacket on underneath this. But in the meantime, I'm just enjoying this wonderful nature. Just look at this. I feel like a troll or an elf is gonna come out at any moment. Like, it is so amazing. I love the vibes here. I love how nature is just so overpowering. Even on the drive from the airport to the hotel, there's just this sense that nature rules here. You know what I mean? That it's just this powerful force that you are invited into. And I just absolutely love that because it's so beautiful here. I can't wait for the rest of this trip. I'm already falling in love with Iceland and I can't wait to take you along with me. Good morning today. I again from Iceland. Today I am on the Golden Circle tour, which includes the national park, which I can't pronounce, so I'm going to put it on the screen here, the geothermal geyser site, and pretty awesome waterfall, and probably some other cool nature stuff as well. But today we're here at the national park, and it is amazing, and this tour has been so much fun. We've got a lot of historical context of the area and kind of Iceland's history. I highly recommend doing this tour. It's just the classic Golden Circle tour. It was pretty cheap. It was like 50 or 60 bucks. While I usually like smaller group tours or individual travel, it sometimes is nice to go on some of these bigger group tours because you get just a little taste of everything in the area, so then you know what you can do looking forward. If you're planning another trip, or if you have a few extra days, you're like, oh, I really like that spot that we went to, now I can go there. And also you get a local tour guide who gives you the history and kind of just the general vibe of the people and the place of the country, and that's always great to get to know. But oh my god, this place is absolutely beautiful, and I am just falling in love with Iceland every single day that we're here. So I hope you enjoy coming along the Golden Circle.
You can see the Moss Mountain River here and the Moss Mountain Church there in the distance, the Moss Mountain Jungle in front of us, and on the right the Moss Mountain Creek with the Moss Mountain Bridge, and yeah, these are the Moss Mountain lampposts.
Okay, so we are here at Vegan Budin, which is the largest all-vegan supermarket, which is so cool. So everything in this grocery store is vegan, which is awesome. So hopefully we're gonna find some yummy things. They have vegan pizzas. And then a whole refrigerated section, which is crazy. I found this ice cream and it literally has 5 ingredients: water, agave syrup, cashew nuts, cocoa, and mint. And also they have the whole Montezuma chocolate collection. We found hummus, which means all is right with the world. They have black garlic hummus, avocado lime, literally, oh my gosh, so much. I also found this. It's a cocoa spread, which looks really freaking good. Some mush oats. Honestly, these look really freaking good, and I'm probably gonna pick some up. Coconut whip. These beautiful looking cakes. Oh my gosh, I wish I lived here. This is absolutely incredible. I'm dead. There's so much. Alright, so it is about 8:30 at night, and I just walked from the hotel to the Sky Lagoon, which is supposed to be a really cool lagoon thermal bath, and there's supposed to be like a 7-step ritual, so I'm really excited to see what this all entails. And the walk was really nice. It was right by the water, and It was about an hour walk, but you know, I like to walk places. It went through a lot of the local areas, so you got to see a lot of that side. So I'm really excited for the Sky Lagoon. Let's see how it is. Alright, hello! It is 10:45 at night and there is still enough light to vlog with barely any streetlights. Not really, you know, right here, look at there's the sky. Crazy. So I just finished my time at the Sky Lagoon, and normally when I go on vacations I like to focus on hikes and museums and going to places, and I don't really like focus on the relaxing part of it. But oh my god, the Sky Lagoon was so nice. So first of all, when you check in, they give you 2 wristbands. One wristband you use to open your locker, and if you want to buy drinks at the bar, you can do that. The other wristband is if you want to participate in the 7 rituals, which I did, and they were awesome. So what happens is you enter the Sky Lagoon, and there's like a little cafe, there's a bar, there's a really cool ambience where you can sit down and chill out, and then you go directly into the locker room. It's separated by women and men. Obviously, you can't record in the locker room for obvious reasons. So then you change, you get everything changed into your swimsuit, you put everything into your locker. I was able to bring my GoPro out. I didn't film the 7 rituals, but I will explain them. But I did film kind of what the lagoon itself looked like. Okay, so now I want to talk about the 7 rituals. So the first ritual is you go into the Blue Lagoon, which is a nice heated pool with rock formations and mist, and you just relax your mind and warm your body, and it's fabulous. And then they're like, okay, take a plunge into this freezing cold pool, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that because I hate the cold. If anybody knows me, I really do hate the cold, which is funny because I'm in Iceland. I've been faring pretty well with the weather outside, but if you give me a nice warm hot tub and then tell me to plunge into the freezing water, I was like, hell no. But I did it anyway because I wanted to experience the whole thing. So I plunged my body into the cold water, and honestly it felt really good. Like, I understand now why people do cold showers. It kind of waked up every part of your body. Like, you felt this tingling sensation because you were in warm and then cold, and I just felt so relaxed. Even though I was freezing, it was definitely the right move to do. So then after that, by the way, I'm on this walk, look at the scenery, incredible. So after that, after the cold plunge, then you go into a sauna, and this was my favorite part. Let me tell you, I want a sauna for my house, for my everyday. It was amazing. It was a nice wooden sauna. You sit in there, and the best part is you have this view out into the water, out into this water, and it was just so serene. They have like soft music playing, and you're sitting there and you're sweating, and it's humid, and it's literally everything I love in life. It was so fabulous. I sat in there for so long. So then, of course, after the warm sauna, they said you have to do a cold mist, and then you enter this room, and it's like the sky, the ceiling is so high, and it looks like, you know, a ceiling to the heavens, and there's just this cold mist spraying down, and this felt so good. I feel like my body was finally getting acclimated to the warm, hot. Sorry, I mean hot, cold. And I was the only one in there for this, and it was so awesome because I just stood there and let all of the cold water come down and envelop me, and it was truly amazing. It was so cool, I could have stood in there for like 10 more minutes, but then I was like, all right, I need some heat again. So you exit the cold mist, and then they give you a sugar scrub, and you scrub it all over your body except for your face, and that felt really good. There's always just something fun about like scrubbing lotion or like a sugar scrub on your body. You feel so fancy, and you're like, ooh, I'm gonna be so exfoliated and stuff. So after the sugar scrub, then you go into the steam room, and again, the steam room was amazing. You could barely see in there, and it was just warm steam everywhere. And you know what I felt like? I felt like, you know, in parts of the Caribbean, at World's End when they're in Singapore, and the pirate lord is like, more steam. That's literally what it felt like, and I'm so happy that I get to experience it. It was wonderful. So then after your little steam, you go out, you take another shower, and then you re-enter the Sky Lagoon, and enjoy a nice relaxing evening. And it was wonderful. I would definitely do that again. It was fun. I really enjoyed it. I felt it was relaxing, and it was cool. By the way, they're just doing a bunch of construction here. There's like nobody out here, which is crazy. Just this long pathway back to the hotel. Welcome to another day in Iceland. Today's really nice. It's partly cloudy, it's a little bit warmer, and there's a little bit of sun peeking through. And today I'm going to be snorkeling in between two tectonic plates, the North American and the Eurasian tectonic plates, and I cannot wait. Let's see what this adventure has in store. First, I started off by snorkeling in Sifla between the two tectonic plates, and while I couldn't get a lot of footage, I did have some fun photos from the excursion. After that, we decided to jump on a boat and go see some puffins. After our absolutely incredible tour to see the Puffins, we explored a bit of Reykjavik. We went downtown and got something to eat. We found this really cool vegan place that had falafels, wraps with hummus and a lot of veggies, and it was super tasty. And then we went to find something sweet, and we found this place in the city called Omni, and they had some wonderful ice creams and chocolate bars. And then we just enjoyed the bustling cities of Reykjavik for the rest of the night. It was truly magical. On our fourth day in Iceland, we decided to take a South Coast tour with a glacier hike, and I was so looking forward to this. Our first couple of stops led us to beautiful fields, amazing waterfalls, all leading up to the finale, which was an hour hike on a glacier. The rainbows! Oh my god! This is incredible. Hello, we're here on the black sand beach in Iceland, and this beach is so cool. There's black sand, there's sea, rocks like in the distance, but you can't get too close to the water or you will literally be washed away in the ocean. It's actually no joke. They have somebody here making sure that you can't get too close to the water because there is a possibility that the waves will take you away and you will never be heard from again. This is really cool. This design on this rocks right here. Looks like somebody almost carved it. It's incredible. And I'll flip the camera around, but there's these huge like things spiraling out of the water, rock formations spiraling out of the water. And they just look like something out of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Except for a lot more north. It's actually such a beautiful sunny day here. I'm not even that cold. It's just been such an amazing tour so far, and we haven't even gone to the glacier hike yet. So it's just been such a wonderful day. The south coast of Iceland is beautiful. And the more that I travel around this country, the more I realize that there's so much here. And you could almost explore this whole area for a lifetime. There's so much. And it really just makes me want to keep exploring Iceland and pretty much everywhere else in the world. Adventuring is about, these moments like this. Look at the sun hitting the water. After a long day of seeing breathtaking waterfalls, a beautiful black sand beach, it was time to go on the Glacier Hike.
Area is completely gone into the ocean. There will be no more ash because we don't have any other eruption coming down under the glacier. That's ash from the last eruption of Katla 1918, 103 years ago. So this glacier, as we know it today, is something really special and that will not last for long. So take your beautiful pictures here. If you come back in 4 or 5 years, it's not going to look like this.
The rest of the hike was truly humbling. Iceland has 5 glaciers. It used to have 6. One has already melted into the ocean. By the year 2100, Iceland won't have any more glaciers left. And it really got me thinking about how I live my life and how this planet needs us to act now. Good morning, everyone. So today is my last full day in Iceland, which is so incredibly sad. This trip has definitely been, I would say, life-changing. You know, there's certain trips or moments in time where you feel like after you've had that experience or after you've been on that trip, you've learned or kind of changed as a person, and that's definitely the case for this trip. There's just so much more I feel like I've opened up to, and so much more that I want to explore in the world and in my own lifestyle. So it's been pretty incredible. The water's moving so fast. It is so blue, and the sky is Glacier Lagoon was by far the highlight of my Iceland trip, which is saying a lot because there were some pretty incredible places. But there was something so special about the fast-moving water, the black sand beach, the icebergs and ice that was thrown back onto the beach. The contrast of colors and movement was so incredible. So after Glacier Lagoon, we went to Vik to get something to eat, and I really want to spend more time in this little city. It's right on the black sand beach. It has this beautiful hilltop and church, and I managed to find some of a really good pizza here in Vik. After that, we continued on with the tour and visited some waterfalls to end it all off. Alright, so we are back at the waterfalls. I don't remember the name, but all the cool cascading ones. Everybody else is over there to see that big one. But this is the last stop on the last full day in Iceland. And I'm going to one of my favorite spots so far on the trip, the hidden waterfall. Because it's just a true adventure. Today has been amazing. Glacier Lagoon is unbelievable. It's one of those things that changes your life. I'm so excited though because everybody's over there and there's hardly anybody at the secret waterfall. So let's see what we can find. That's it. That was the last stop on the last day. Tomorrow I might stop into Reykjavik and look around a little bit, but this is it. Say goodbye to Iceland, and what a way to do it. I don't know what's more pretty, the waterfall behind me or this incredible sky in front of me. Absolutely amazing. Goodbye, Iceland. It was a pleasure.